Developing this morning, new information on a Dane County highway that's shut down right now after a fiery crash. We'll share the area to avoid.
And concerns over school administration as a former dean of students receives child sexual abuse charges. What community members are demanding.
And Wisconsinites packing the pool to beat the summer heat, how they're enjoying it before the rain.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3. Now this morning on your terrific Tuesday.
Terrific Tuesday.
Here we go. Start the morning real light and bright for you.
Yeah, we have some fantastic weather ahead. We do have to get through some rain showers this morning. That's pushing through the viewing area. So let's get to Savannah Brito, who's been tracking it all morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we've still got a couple of those lingering at least around the Madison area and Dane County, not western Dane County, but that's still affecting the city of Madison. Some heavier showers near Cottage Grove and Lake Koshkonong as well. We did see a couple of stronger storms producing some minor hail and some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but we're not seeing that on radar anymore. And most of these are continuing to break up as they move further east into Milwaukee's coverage area. So that's going to continue for a little bit longer. Smoke still present out there too. We're waking up with at least blue, which is on the lighter side, but then we've got a lot of yellow and even orange affecting Camp Douglas, La Crosse, and up near Black River Falls. That's all moderate to even heavy levels of smoke, and this is where we're going to sit not only today but tomorrow, and then as we get into Thursday as well. And those days are when we're finally going to see some cooler temperatures. Not today, though. We'll talk about how hot it's still going to be today and then the cool down on its way.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Back to our developing news this morning. We've been keeping our eye on some road closures. State Patrol now saying that a highway in Dane County is going to be shut down for a couple more hours after a fiery overnight crash.
Yeah, State Highway 19 at Wiedemann Drive near Marshall is closed. Dane County Dispatch confirms that at least 2 vehicles were involved and 1 vehicle caught fire. Take a look at this video here. Our cameraman captured a video showing a Med-Flight helicopter on the scene. And of course, we are working to gather more details about how many people were involved and if there are any injuries. We'll keep you updated.
And in another crash, new this morning, 1 person is dead, another injured in a collision with a dump truck. This happened Monday on State Highway 33 in Sauk County. Drivers passing by reported an SUV had hit a dump truck and both were on fire. When deputies got there, they found the driver of the SUV still inside and pronounced the 42-year-old dead at the scene. First responders transported the driver of the dump truck to Reedsburg Area Medical Center, and we do not know the condition of that person.
This morning, we have continuing coverage of a sex crime investigation at Sun Prairie West High School. Sun Prairie community members are now demanding the high school administration resign. This demand comes hours after former dean of students and physical education teacher Robert Gilkey-Meisegeier was charged with 15 felonies. The criminal complaint alleges the 30-year-old engaged in sexual contact with multiple underage students. It says he had sexual contact with at least 1 student inside the school, stored hundreds of photos of female students, clothed and nude, on his phone, and provided underage students alcohol in exchange for nude photos. The complaint also accuses the district's HR department of investigating a tip about his relationship with an underage child, but failing to report it.
There are students and parents alike saying, I told the principal about it, I told different administrators about it, and nothing was done. The reality is so many people have lost faith in this school.
That tells me that many, many minutes in that school and interactions with that person, that former dean, could have been avoided if people had just done the job they promised to do.
At the time, the district closed its internal investigation, calling the allegations unsubstantiated. Gilkey-Meisegeier now faces 13 counts of possession of child pornography and 2 counts of child exploitation. His bond is set at $75,000. He is scheduled to appear in court next week.
Today, a man accused of poisoning women that he previously dated is due back in court in Rock County. Paul Van Dyne faces 3 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide in Rock County. He also faces conspiracy to commit first-degree intentional homicide charges in Dane County. Those charges follow a hazmat response in Madison last month. Police say Van Dyne and co-defendant Andrea Whitaker stalked women and broke into their cars, leaving dangerous chemicals like cyanide. Van Dyne is set to appear in court at 3 o'clock this afternoon. In national news this morning, President Trump is expected to combine official business with family business. He is helping to open up a new 18-hole golf course at the Trump estate in Scotland. He's been with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who's focused on the hunger crisis in Gaza. The president says he agrees with the need for more help and is acknowledging the starvation in Gaza for the first time.
A gunman opened fire on an office building in Midtown Manhattan, killing 4 people, including a police officer. The suspect then took his own life. Police say the suspect, a 27-year-old man from Las Vegas with a history of mental health issues, drove cross country to carry out the attack. Authorities believe he acted alone. The office building the suspect targeted houses the NFL headquarters, Blackstone, and KPMG.
6:05 now. In more local news, some new affordable homes in Madison are now open in the hopes of addressing the housing crisis. City leaders cut ribbon on new townhomes on Teresa Terrace on the southwest side. They replaced 2 old duplexes that were owned by the Community Development Authority. The 6 new units have 3 bedrooms and are designed specifically for families.
So this is a great site for families, and not just because of the structure of the buildings, but also because we are literally steps away from the Teresa Terrace Neighborhood Center.
City leaders also say that the townhomes will permanently be affordable and are available to families who make up to 60% of the area's median income.
Around the state, a crucial route for many crossing into Iowa will soon be closed. Without this route, a trip that used to take 10 minutes could stretch to an hour and a half. This fall, the Iowa DOT says they must demolish the Black Hawk Bridge that connects Lansing to Wisconsin for safety reasons. A replacement bridge is planned, but it won't be ready until 2027. Local residents and businesses are worried about how this will affect their daily lives.
Oh, I'm here at least 3-4 times a week. I mean, I get my hair done here, I get my car repaired here, I go to the grocery store, they cut up steaks for me that I like over there.
It's definitely going to have a huge effect on us. I'm most worried for the people that are open 12 months out of the year. We're seasonal here, so we have summer business. I anticipate probably about a 40 to 50% decrease in business.
The Iowa DOT says it may provide a water taxi to transport people across the river while the bridge is closed, but it would not carry cars. Well, pools across Wisconsin are as busy as can be in this heat. Particularly popular is the Witter Aquatic Center in Wisconsin Rapids.
Kids and families not the only ones looking for a chance to cool off, though. The lifeguards have a job to do, but they need breaks just like anyone else. Like Charlie Shaw, it's his second summer working at the Aquatic Center as a lifeguard. He says, while the breaks are nice, especially in this heat, for him, it's all about knowing he's doing something good for his community.
I like knowing that I'm helping people's lives and making people feel safe around doing what they're doing. And I don't know, I just enjoy it.
You love to hear that. Shaw says that he's looking forward to the rest of the season. There's just 3 weeks left until that aquatic center is set to close.
Yeah, so I know those pools are packed. People just trying to soak it all in because, pool season always seems so short.
It does. You got to take advantage while you can in a stretch of warm weather. Yeah. Just as the first warm weather team had in the forecast is coming to a close. We do need to get some rain, which is pushing out of the area this morning, and then we get to just enjoy those really comfortable temperatures, Savannah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the comfortable weather we're going to have. That includes afternoon temps, nighttime temperatures, and our dew points. Those are going to come down dramatically. It's not going to be muggy outside anymore. We're still waking up with a little bit of rain on radar. For the most part, that's stretching up to areas just east of Camp Douglas, Wisconsin Dells, Madison, and then just east of Janesville, south of Watertown this morning. Not going to last that much longer. Most temperatures that saw the heavier rain and the gustier winds from last night's storms, basically west and northwest of Madison, are in the 60s. So we've got a fair share of those. 67 in Black River Falls this morning, 69 in Boscobel, 73. We're still on the mild side of Madison, but then, yeah, we've got a comfortable stretch coming. We'll talk more about that and more storm chances that are in the forecast coming up.
Savannah, thank you. And coming up after the break, a new treatment option for early stage Alzheimer's. How it's helping one woman.
And we're live in Partyville this morning in the 608 where the Angie W. Cox Library is celebrating 100 years in the community. We're going to go back in time, learn a little history, and why you should come check it out for yourself.
Hey, we're back at 612, local library in Columbia County, marking a big milestone in the 608 this year.
Our Josh Sprider is live in Partyville this morning with the story. Good morning.
Hey guys, good morning to you. 100 years for the Angie W. Cox Public Library here in Partyville. That is a huge milestone for any building, let alone a public library for a community like Partyville. So we're here to celebrate them this morning. We have Christina McGuire, the director here of the library. Christina, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us into this beautiful space.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome to Partyville.
You know, this is a big deal for this community, and you guys have been around for 100 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
What is this place really mean for the community?
So our library is the center of our community. Not only are we about adult programming, children's program, but we have a band concert every Thursday night. We have people coming and going, not just for books, but for community.
So as far as this building goes, this is a big, big building and kind of a staple of downtown too.
Yeah, it sure is. This building here was originally an Oddfellows Hall, and then it was a movie theater. Angie started the original library across the street in 1925. She moved here in 1934, and we've been a library ever since. 5 floors of community and people enjoying our building.
You know, so obviously you have this beautiful building inside. You also have a beautiful exterior here, which makes you really unique for any public library.
Yeah, we sure are. Not only do we have a beautiful inside space, we have this gorgeous outside space. With the new expansion of our library lawn, we have a new garden pavilion where people can come, they can read books outside, they can enjoy our story walk, but they can be a community outside as well.
That is so neat to be able to have this space for the folks. And, you know, for a community like Partyville, how much do they continue to lift you up to keep you going even year after year into 100 years?
Yeah, we're very blessed to have a community that loves the library just as much as we do here. So people are always coming, supporting our library, telling us how wonderful it is. It's such a great space.
Especially in this day and age of technology, the fact that folks still want to come here, they want to have that book in hand. That's something special.
Yeah. Well, our library is not only about books, but we're about, you know, helping people on the computer. We're about, you know, Wi-Fi, cooling shelter, warming shelter. And so it's great.
Oh my gosh. All right. So 100 years. You guys are going to be having an end of summer party next weekend. So let's talk about that, because this is an opportunity for folks to check it out for themselves.
Yeah. On Saturday, August 9th, we're going to be having a great end of the summer library program party here at the library. We're going to have a bouncy house. We're going to have free sandwiches. And not only that, are we going to be giving tours of our new library lawn. We're going to be having cake. We're going to be having a live band perform in the pavilion. Lots of great stuff.
All the good things.
Yeah.
If there's a way for folks to support you, continue, you know, your mission here, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, check us out on Facebook or check out our website at www.partyvillelibrary.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christina, for the tour. We
us.
appreciate it. And if you'd like to learn more about the library here in Partyville, just go to the story up on channel3000.com, guys. Back to you.
Always a party in Partyville.
That's right. Gotta love it.
All right,
There you go.
Congratulations. Big time. All right. Josh, thank you. Josh is always looking for cool stuff to share in the 608. Got an idea? Reach out. Let him know about it. Well, some health news this morning. There was some progress to report in the battle against Alzheimer's.
While there's no cure yet, new testing and treatments offer hope for early stage Alzheimer's patients. And Carla Miner was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 3 years ago after her husband noticed she kept repeating her words. She's taken Leqembi, one of 2 drugs approved in the last 3 years. Studies show these drugs slow mental decline by about 30% over 18 months for early stage patients. Miner has had 7 infusions in 5 months. Doctors say it's too soon to tell if it's working, but she remains hopeful.
I'm hopeful. I have a wonderful life. We've just been very, very lucky. Hopefully this will be lucky too.
This medication costs tens of thousands of dollars, but most insurance plans appear to cover it.
The state's Department of Health confirming the first human case of West Nile in Wisconsin, and has confirmed a person in Barron County. DHS officials have collected mosquitoes from Milwaukee and Lafayette counties, which have tested positive for West Nile. But again, this is the first human case of the season. The condition of the affected person is unknown at this time, and health officials say it's extra important to protect yourself from mosquitoes when going outside. 80% of people who get the virus don't show any symptoms. The other 20% only get mildly sick.
One cross-country walk wasn't enough for a Florida man on a mission to promote mental health awareness. Kendall Ray Edwards started walking in January 2022, covering nearly 3,300 miles from Jacksonville Beach to Long Beach, Washington, over 15 months. Now he's setting his sights on reaching the 4 corners of the country, fundraising on foot to support mental health and recovery.
Sometimes somebody just needs to know that they are cared about, that somebody does love and care about them. And sometimes it comes from a stranger. And if I get to be that stranger, it's awesome. I still struggle with things, but it's the keeping that cup half full over half negative.
So far, Edwards has raised more than $16,000 for the nonprofit Addict to Athlete.
Love to see people spreading that positivity. All right, let's check in with Savannah, 617. The showers, looks like they're falling apart.
Yeah, most of these have had a history of weakening. A couple of those were on the stronger side. That was several hours ago now and even about an hour ago. Madison, though, Janesville, Watertown, Wisconsin Dells, still seeing a little bit. All showers right now, just light. We're not even seeing moderate level showers at this point anymore. So that'll affect maybe areas east of Madison for another half an hour to 45 minutes, and then most of that diminishing and moving out into Milwaukee's coverage area. Most of the rain we saw overnight, lots of greens that stretch west of Madison. That was about 1/10 of an inch here south of Lone Rock and near Platteville, 2/10. And then we did receive areas more so in the blue, just north of Prairie du Chien, that got 1/2 inch, but then the heaviest of the rainfall that tracked across Iowa and parts of Minnesota, up near La Crosse as well. Those areas and up near Camp Douglas got just about 1 inch of rainfall. It's still warm across Madison, 73 in Janesville, 71 in Monroe, but there are plenty of 60s out there. Those places mainly directly west that saw the heavier of the showers and more widespread rain for a little bit longer. Those places drying out now, though. We're going to see a temperature of 83 at the lunchtime hour and then top out in the upper 80s. So it's still going to be warm outside, a little bit better than yesterday, and then muggy conditions. Those luckily go away as early as tomorrow night into Thursday. We have wildfire smoke that's present, just some lighter blues out there right now. That's on the lighter scale, but then the yellows come back into play, and even some of the oranges. That's moderate to heavier smoke that'll return tomorrow morning, and that's going to stick around into Thursday and Friday as well. Our next chance of showers could see a couple on the stronger side. That returns later tonight into Wednesday. That'll move in Wednesday morning and afternoon before we start to dry out again. Luckily, Thursday, Friday, and dry conditions are going to stick around through the weekend as well, and that's when our temperatures are going to be a lot better. Same with the nighttime temps. Those actually get down into the 50s. A couple nights as low as the mid 50s, and then we've got daytime highs in the upper 70s, and then about 80 Sunday, Monday into early next week, and dry weather for a pretty good stretch of time too.
All right, not too bad at all. Savannah, thank you. Coming up, we're sitting down with a retired teacher turned author to talk about her new book that helps kids master those tricky teen numbers.
Back after this. Developing right now, a fiery crash impacting traffic near Sun Prairie. The brand new information in about the area to avoid.
Plus, new details after a shooter opens fire inside a New York City office building. What we know about the victims and the latest on the investigation.
Plus, Camp Randall road closures, how traffic will change on game days. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on a Tuesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Unley. Thanks for waking up with us this morning.
Love meeting teachers like that who have made such an impact on all the lives of the kiddos locally and all the generations. You think about it like that. And now using all her gifts and talents to impact even more lives.
Yes. So if you missed it, we have a retired Middleton teacher who just shared her book, Count Up on Your Friends. So I'll have that up on our website in a little bit.
We have a lot to get to this morning. Let's get to Savannah Brito. She's been tracking some rain that's been moving through the viewing area. Where's that at now?
Yeah, for the most part, that's east of Madison at this point this morning. We've still got a couple of spotty showers across northern Dane County, but it's not going to last that much longer. And luckily, we're not tracking any more storms. We had a couple of stronger ones, mainly for heavy rain, gusty winds, and minor hail out there across southern Wisconsin a few hours ago now at this point. But the smoke cover that we're seeing, that's expanding the yellow and the orange further into southern Wisconsin and more so south. This is what we're going to experience today, tomorrow, and into Friday, where we at least have light, if not moderate, smoke cover out there. And you can see that a little bit outside of Platteville. That's our live SkyTrack camera we have there. Temperatures still expected to get into the upper 80s, above average and hot, just not as high as temperatures did reach yesterday afternoon. We've got a comfortable stretch of weather, though, that we're about to head into. We'll have those details and more storm chances coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Now to a developing situation in Dane County. Dane County Highway is shut down after a car crash overnight.
Yeah, State Patrol now says Highway 19 at Wiedemann Drive near Marshall will be closed for at least 2 hours. Dane County Dispatch confirms that at least 2 vehicles were involved and 1 vehicle caught fire. Let's take a look at this video here. Our cameraman captured a MedFlight helicopter on the scene, and we are working to gather more details about how many people were involved and if there are any injuries.
And new this morning, 1 person is dead and another is injured in a collision with a dump truck. This happened Monday on State Highway 33 in Sauk County. Drivers passing by reported that an SUV hit a dump truck and both were on fire. When deputies got there, they found the driver of the SUV still inside. The 42-year-old driver died at the scene. First responders transported the driver of the dump truck to Reedsburg Area Medical Center. We do not know how that person is doing.
This morning, we're learning more about a deadly shooting in New York City. Let's take a live look at the scene of the shooting. This is where police say that a man opened fire inside a Midtown Manhattan office, killing 4 people, including an NYPD officer, and injuring another. That reporter there is live on the scene where it happened. They say the suspect then took his own life. The police commissioner confirmed that the fallen officer, 36-year-old Diderol Islam, was working security at the time. The Park Avenue high-rise houses the offices of the NFL. The NFL confirmed that one of its employees was seriously injured in the attack. Police say the suspect, a 27-year-old man from Las Vegas with a history of mental health issues, drove cross country to carry out the attack. A source familiar with the investigation said the suspect carried a note in his pocket. The note allegedly claimed that football caused the shooter to develop a brain disease called CTE. It also warned, quote, "You can't go against the NFL, they'll squash you."
Now to new video of desperate Palestinians in Gaza rushing to receive aid from newly arrived aid trucks. It comes as hospitals report another 14 deaths in the past day due to famine and malnutrition. And for the first time, President Donald Trump is acknowledging the starvation in Gaza. He says much of the responsibility lies with Israel. This rejects Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's claim that no one is starving in Gaza. President Trump now promising increased U.S. financial aid as well as establishing food centers in Gaza.
Let's take a look at this shocking video from northwestern Wisconsin. Several people are recovering after a boat explosion at a local harbor. The Wisconsin DNR says the explosion threw 11 people into the river. 8 of them were hospitalized for treatment. Marina manager Colton Anderson says he jumped into his boat to push the smoldering vessel away from the others. He warns that this incident is a critical reminder for boaters to always run the blowers before starting the engine.
Blower takes the gas fumes out of the bilge, so when you got the blowers on, it's supposed to let the fumes out. But if you have like a leaking fuel system or something wrong and you got a spark and you hit the key and it's hot, you can have an ignition source and then bam.
The cause of the blast is still under investigation.
We now know the name of the man who died following a boating incident on Lake Mendota. Dane County Medical Examiner's Office now identifying him as Mauricio Aponte Toffer of Verona. Last Tuesday, he was recovered from the lake near Governor Nelson State Park. His family had been boating on the lake when he went under. His death is still under investigation.
The Dane County Medical Examiner identified 30-year-old Lee Scott III of Madison as the man killed in a shooting on the city's north side. Madison police say the shooting, which happened about a week ago, was likely targeted and a person of interest is in custody. The death remains under investigation.
Here's your chance to get involved with the search for the next Madison police chief. The interview process is going to contain a couple of segments and incorporate community feedback for the questions. The community will also be able to watch recordings of parts of the interview and provide feedback by August 15th. So you can register right now to provide that feedback at a special meeting on the 25th. You can find that link at the City of Madison's website.
The election for the state's next governor is still a year away, but we're watching the notable names in and out of the race. Let's start with some familiar names not entering the race. Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski says she's passing on a gubernatorial bid, choosing instead to pursue the lieutenant governor seat. Former Governor Scott Walker also confirmed he's staying out of the 2026 race. In a video posted to social media, Walker said he won't run, but remains committed to reaching more young voters. And 2 Republicans have already entered the race. Washington County Executive Josh Schoeman and Milwaukee businessman Bill Berrien are both seeking the GOP nomination. On the Democratic side, current Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez has confirmed her run. Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley hasn't made it official yet, but says he's preparing to enter the race in the coming weeks.
6:36 now. One of baseball's all-time greats, Hall of Fame second baseman Ryne Sandberg, has died. Rhino, as he was known, A 10-time All-Star, 9 gold gloves for the Cubs in the 80s and 90s. He won the league's most valuable player in 1984. He'd been battling metastatic prostate cancer, which he said he'd beaten, only for it to return and spread. Ryan Sandberg, dead at the age of 65.
And fans will be remembering him tonight when the Cubs play the Brewers. Milwaukee took the first game of the series last night. You can watch Game 2 tonight on TVW at 6:30 p.m. That's on 3.2 over the air.
New this year for Badger home football games, a road closure. Instead of shutting down the block of Monroe Street between Regent and Randall for 30 minutes after the game, it'll be closed for the day. UWPD saying they're shutting it down to keep pedestrians safe. A spokesperson says that they anticipate it having little impact on traffic. In preparation for football game days, campus police closed the same block for the Morgan Wallen concerts and the Coldplay concert.
So we take all that into account when we're planning for an event like Football Saturday or for a concert. We do that all season long, especially in the off season. We talk to our partners to figure out, what are you guys doing? What works well? What can we learn from to try to bring it here?
UWPD in the final phases of getting this approved for this football season. Badgers open up against Miami of Ohio in 30 days on August 28th.
Football season already about to roll on in.
That's right. But they're closing this down, may impact some people who maybe use this to get to their parking spot or to get around if you're driving through there on game day. But, in the end, it's to keep people safe. So
safety
what are you
first.
gonna do?
Yeah, I know. Downtown's already crazy, so I guess, just making extra safety measures is key here.
Probably for the best, and I don't know how it's already August.
Yeah, I know.
A couple days away.
Yeah, just a few. Yeah, it really is,
This
literally.
is the first weekend of August coming up.
Yeah, on Friday starts August.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about.
Yeah, and we're going to start August pretty cooler than what we have been seeing. We've tracked several days in the 90s, and that is not going to be the case today, although we will be close to that. The big story this morning was all the showers. We had several storms. There were several severe weather and severe thunderstorm warnings out across Minnesota and Iowa. We did not see any of that across southern Wisconsin, a couple stronger storms, but we're not seeing that anymore, and even that rain moving out of here now. Our temperature at the airport, 74, temperature at 10 a.m., 78. We'll be up to 83 at noon, so it'll still be a hot day, but then when will comfortable weather return to southern Wisconsin? We'll answer that and talk about how much rain areas got overnight into early this morning coming up.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Coming up in consumer news, a chocolate craze that's taken the world by storm, where you can try it right here in Wisconsin.
And we're in the 608 this morning live at the library in Partyville. We're going to talk about 100 years for the Angie W. Cox Library and what it means for a couple of local authors that have their names on material in this place. That's when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
In consumer news this morning, if you haven't heard of this new chocolate craze, your kids might have. Dubai chocolate, Middle Eastern infused dessert, is taking the world by storm.
Yeah, the original first introduced to the world in a TikTok. Take a look at this video. It's a block of milk chocolate oozing with green pistachio cream and crunchy shredded phyllo dough. This was created to soothe the pregnancy craving by the owner of Dubai-based Fixed Chocolatier, and I can understand if she was pregnant why that might be delicious.
Yeah.
And it has several pastry chefs and bakeries trying to put their own spin on it, with the craze coming close to home. This year at the State Fair, you can find a Dubai funnel cake.
It looks messy and not very I don't know, it just all came oozing out when she bit into it, and it was all over her face. And I don't know.
Not oddly satisfying?
No, not at all.
Isn't that the point of dessert, though?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I would try it. I'm already a hot mess express when it comes to eating.
Did you have any pregnancy cravings, like any odd pregnancy cravings with your two kids?
Not really. I feel like it was just, just wanting to eat all the time. Not necessarily odd like that. That's not two things I would have thought about. No, not too odd. I'm pretty generic, I feel like.
Like green ooze pouring out of your chocolate.
That's not one that came to mind.
whatever.
Pistachio's good though. Pistachio and chocolate sounds really good. We have green on the radar this morning. Lots of that. Some of these showers are breaking up much more earlier, several hours ago, but still some lighter showers affecting Sun Prairie, Wanakee, Cottage Grove, and just northeast of the city of Madison. So we're not seeing that across most of Dane County anymore, and actually most of southern Wisconsin finally waking up to dry weather. But humidity levels and temperatures, those are still up there. That's not going to be necessarily comfortable until we reach tomorrow evening, and more specifically Thursday, Friday into the weekend. How much rain did we get overnight? The city of Madison and Dane County only got up to about 1/10 of an inch. Some areas just saw a couple hundredths, and then areas like Watertown and Fond du Lac saw nothing at all. In between Platteville and Lone Rock, about 2/10 of an inch. The blues that you see, those were about 1/2 an inch, but up near La Crosse and Camp Douglas, the more widespread blue and out in Iowa and Minnesota, those areas picked up about 1 inch or just a little bit more than that. We do have more showers that are in the forecast. A few isolated ones can't be ruled out through the day, but more widespread rain that'll move in late tonight into early tomorrow. Temperatures will reach the upper 80s again, so we're still forecasting a hot day, but relief is on its way like we talked about. Wednesday temperatures finally come down. This is late tonight into early tomorrow morning, more showers, and I do think it'll be fairly widespread. I think this model showing it a little bit too far north. I think more so the Dells and more specifically Madison and areas south along the border, those places will see the shower activity more widespread and for a little bit longer than areas northward. Then we're drying up into Thursday. The rest of the week looks really good. As far as winds go, we had some winds out near La Crosse and really the Mississippi, so Prairie du Chien and Platteville. Viroqua also topped out close to 40 miles per hour, but La Crosse, the peak wind gusts with that storm that moved through, they were upwards of 60 miles per hour. Most of us are going to see those wind speeds pick up with additional storm chances that move through late tonight into early tomorrow. Our peak winds probably topping out up to about 30 to 35. A couple areas will be stronger than that if we are able to see a couple stronger storms. And Madison and basically southward has the best chance of seeing that overnight and then into tomorrow. As far as temps go, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday will be in the upper 70s, and then Sunday and Monday back to about 80. But dew points, those come down to under 60 degrees. Been quite some time since we've seen this comfortable of a stretch of weather, and dry. A lot of sunshine Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Looks so comfortable. Looks so nice.
Cannot wait to get outside.
Yes, but I'll actually be in Florida
Oh,
at the end
so
of
it's gonna be
this
like
week.
90
So I'll be flipping on the other side of things. It's going to be in the 90s, though.
So you won't get a break from the humidity.
No.
No.
No, but I'm looking forward
I'd
to
rather
it.
be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, okay, yeah, you're going to be comfortable, but I'll get to come back to comfortable temperatures.
Exactly.
So that's the beauty
They'll be
of
waiting
it.
for you.
Yes. All right. Well, Savannah, thank you.
Savannah's looking for some Plan Your Day videos, so just record one. It could also be a picture or an email. We'll give you a customized forecast. You can upload it to the website, the First Warn Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or send us in an email.
A local library in Columbia County is marking a big milestone in the 608 this year.
Josh Brighter hanging out there in Partyville this morning, where they are celebrating that big milestone. Good morning, buddy.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Yeah, 100 years for the Angie W. Cox Library here in Partyville. That is a huge milestone for any community, but this one is truly special. We're in the downtown area. You can see the building behind me. We were learning history earlier. They also have this beautiful story walk out back, this beautiful garden where folks can come on out and check out a story. And we actually are lucky enough to have a couple of authors that have their names on books right inside this place. We have Laura and Janet joining us this morning. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes, you're welcome. Laura, I want to start with you because you guys were able to co-author this book that you're holding right here. And this is something that's really special for a lot of folks, and it's going to hit home too.
Correct. This one is very special to us.
Let's talk a little bit about the book and why you guys really wanted to showcase this together.
The book is what's wrong with Busha? What's going on with Busha? Busha, it's a dementia, a child's view of dementia. And this one was very special that we did together. I lost it.
You know, and like that was the thing is like this was something that you guys really wanted to do together.
Yes. And, you know, both of us have been on the dementia journey. Mine was my father and Laura's is her mother and partner. And I think making awareness is something that we really have to do. in our communities.
And this was a way for you guys to do this. And now this is also showcased right here in the backyard of the library here in Partyville. Why do you think that is so important?
The beautiful garden walk at the 100-year anniversary, how we were able to bring our story for people to come and walk the garden, read the book, and enjoy it.
You know, when you look at any milestone, 100 years for a library, especially in a community like Partyville, that's something special.
It is. It's huge because it is the heart of the community. I mean, this is the place that everybody comes to. The amazing part of this place was the addition then of this huge garden. And the garden walks are such a unique experience that you can read a book as you walk all the way around. So it's wonderful.
Absolutely. And this has to be something kind of special for you guys because you actually have your names on this. You get to be part of this history here in Partyville.
Yes, we do. It's very special.
You know, when you talk about that history in a community like this, obviously the community supports this place, but they're also supporting you too. And obviously these books have been a hit as well.
They have. You know, Laura's been doing this for 8 years. This was my first co-author, but it's been really amazing to see the response, and even when it's been posted on Facebook and people's response, and oh yeah, I had this with my grandma, or I had that with my grandma, or congratulations, I'm so glad that you're here doing this. You know, it's been amazing.
Well, congratulations to you too, and thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us this morning. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you
Thanks
so much.
for coming.
Yes, absolutely. And if you'd like to learn more about the library here in Partyville, they're going to be having an end of summer party coming up next weekend. We have all the information you need to know up on channel3000.com. But beautiful inside, beautiful outside here, guys. It is certainly a party in Partyville, Chris. I know you said it earlier. I couldn't say it better myself.
All right, cool space too. Always a good time in Partyville. Josh, tell them congratulations for us.
Well, coming up in the morning sprint, how you can lower your risk of cognitive decline.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. .654, time for the morning sprint.
State Highway 19 at Wiedemann Drive near Marshall has just been cleared of a crash. Dane County Dispatch confirmed that at least 2 vehicles were involved in this crash and 1 vehicle had caught fire. Our cameraman captured video showing a Medflight helicopter on the scene. And of course, we're working to learn more details now that the crash is cleared, and we'll bring you more here on the air and online.
1 person is dead, another injured in a crash on State Highway 33 at Chute Road in the town of LaVale. It involved an SUV and a dump truck. Deputies responded to the 2-car crash just after 5 o'clock Tuesday after people passing by saw both vehicles on fire. When first responders arrived, they found the driver of the SUV still inside and pronounced the 42-year-old man dead at the scene. First responders also took the driver of the dump truck to a local hospital. His condition is unknown this morning.
Community members are calling for the high school administration to resign after a former dean of students, Robert Gilkey-Meisegeier, was charged with 15 felonies. The charges include sexual contact with underage students, possession of inappropriate photos, and providing alcohol to obtain nude photos. Reports say the district's HR department failed to report a tip about his behavior. His bond is set at $75,000, and he's scheduled to appear in court next week.
Well, we're tracking temperatures that are going to make it back into the upper 80s again this afternoon, so it'll be a few degrees better than yesterday, but still a lot above average. The good news is we're down to the 70s tomorrow. That'll stick around for several days, with highs only expected to even get up to 80 Sunday and Monday, and that pattern going to be pretty dry and comfortable.
All right, looking good, Savannah. Thank you.
CBS Mornings is next. The next newscast is at noon.